Hey folks, this is Jim Zaspel coming at you here live from jimzaspel.com, co-author of Amazon bestseller, The New Masters in Real Estate Getting Deals Done in the New Economy. You ought to go check it out. It's an awesome book, lots of great information there, and incredible value. Alright, today's video is going to be about a very much needed subject, and that is cash flow. Who wants more cash flow? Of course, we all do. We all want more cash flow. So, I've had some students talk to me and say, Jim, how do I get more cash flow out of my lease option deals? And lease option, by the way, in case you don't know, is when someone wants to buy a house. I want to sell a house on lease option to someone. What that means is they want to buy it from me, but they can't because their credit sucks or it's not that great yet. So what do? We let them put up a down payment on the house that goes towards the principal, not a security deposit, down payment or option deposit that goes towards the principal when they do purchase it. They rent the house, we fix up their credit and do what we got to do to get them a loan, and then on the back end, once we fix up their credit, and say $400 or $500 to $600 or whatever it's got to be to get them a loan, once it's been on the back end, what we're going to do is we'll get them a loan, and then they cash us out, and they are happy as a lark because they got a home they didn't think they can get. It's a win-win for everybody. It's like a delayed sale. And let me tell you, in this economy, there is a multitude of those kind of buyers out there. So, how do you increase cash flow on your lease option deals? Let's say you got a property where it's $1,000 a month rent. Okay, say the rent's going to be $1,000 each month, and say you're cash flowing $300 a month, which is decent but pretty standard. My average is like $320 something per unit that I'm cash flowing per month. I like that number. It's kind of $300 makes for a good deal for me. It goes as low as $200, but $300 is better. So, how do you get it? How do you get it to have more cash flow? Sitting down with the tenant, getting stuff signed up, and the initial paperwork. This is my conversation with them. I'm going to role play with myself. All right, Mr. Tenant Buyer here. This property, and as you saw in the ad, it rents for $1,000 a month. Is that going to be an issue? No, sounds great. All right, great. And I see here that you do make about $3,000 a month, or whatever the case is. You don't even have to bring that up. Let me ask you something, Mr. Buyer. How much more could you pay each month if every dollar above and beyond the $1,000 went towards principal? So the $1,000 is just rent. So if anything above and beyond $1,000 went towards principal, how much more would you be able to pay each month? Let them tell you. They might say nothing. They might say $100. They might say $300. I've had them go as high as an extra $200. So, all right. So let's say they say $200, which is reasonable. All right, let me put that down here. So it's going to be 2 checks, $1,000 rent, $1,000 additional option deposit. Then, all right, now, Mr. Buyer, I don't want you to be strapped, and I want this to be a win-win for everybody. But let me ask you something. How about if every dollar above and beyond the $1,200 not only went towards principal, but I also matched it dollar for dollar coming off the purchase price? What I mean by that, for instance, let's say you wanted to pay in an additional $200 a month for a grand total of $1,400. Here's how it would work. One check is $1,000 goes towards rent. The second check is an additional option deposit, which so it'll be $400 a month going towards principal, building up that down payment, so that's less that you have to borrow on the back end and less to pay interest on. It's a great way to save money. And what do I mean about the part where I match it dollar for dollar? I can't create fictitious down payment. That would be fraud when you get the loan on the back end. So what I can do for you is that extra $200, the last $200 we talked about, for the purchase price of this property is say $100,000. Every month that you pay in that second $200, that purchase price gets reduced to $200. I usually put a cap on that for about 12 to 18 months, so that I can't just go in the whole big time on that. So anyway, what I've done in that scenario is negotiated my cash flow to a greater $400 per month. And, it's a win-win for everybody. I think if you're going to do any kind of deal, it has to be a win-win for everybody, all parties involved. For one, it's the right thing to do. Second, it'll come back to bite you if you don't. So, on that deal, I negotiated an extra $400 a month cash flow in the deal for myself. That buyer is getting a great deal. They're paying in $400 a month towards principal, which is great on a rent-to-own. And they're getting a $200 a month price reduction. So it's a great deal. Of the $1,400 they're laying out each month, they're going to realize $600 of that on the back end. So anyway, this is a tip from Jim Zaspel. I hope that helps you out a lot today. If it does, leave a comment, repost it, put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, and hope to see you soon. All right, thanks. Bye.